pop up.
I'll probably.
Hello. At least it popped us back up here this time.
What's up, Eric?
Oh.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. How about you?
And
A
he's still,
whole lot of this and none of that.
still nippy.
Yeah, I'm you know where, so I'm trying headphones tonight. So if I sound different, it's because I'm not used to wearing headphones, but we'll see.
Uh-oh. You ain't used to wearing headphones, did you say?
Good over that side, but this side it's kind of wonky.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up you know who.
I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I had to quit going to town yesterday. It was so caught picking cold around here, stuck to fire hydrants.
That's really weird. I'm not getting anyone in my chat on my phone.
There's B and
Yeah,
which one are you at?
The only one I got was, oh, you got two up?
Yeah, remember it's horizontal and vertical ones. So you might be in because it doesn't tell me which one people are in either. So I just kind of.
Now I'm
Hush up, Jeff.
He's up yonder.
no good.
I ain't showing but one.
There's 9. Yeah, I see Lake in the beginning, and that's it. I don't see Dana or Grace.
Let me try it.
Okay, now I'm now I got them all. I'm good.
Yeah, there's two going.
Got 18 in this one. Well, on my phone.
Yeah, it'll combine the both of them at 25 all in all. So there's a couple people watching the vertical and some people watching the horizontal. I'm gonna have to get my jacket, I think.
I gotta get my glasses.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, Robert, long time no see. Good to see you.
Hello, Dana.
Lake in here and
Lake coming up here tonight.
I don't know. Dana B, Grace, Little Lone Prepper. Another, I haven't seen you in a while. Who else? B's out at night.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Dana, Grace, Lake, Robert, Miss B.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking, trying to get the internet to kick in, and then checked it again at 8 o'clock, and boom, it was on. I'm like, okay, let me go hurry up and start her up and see how it goes.
There's Night and Little One Prepper.
Been a busy fall, yeah. Yeah, it's been one of those years.
Robert, I am too.
Except for Lake, it hasn't been too busy for her though. It's pretty laid back for her.
He's laid back.
Whatever, nice response there.
Damn,
Why is Stream Elements on here?
I knew once I started these, I wouldn't stop.
You gotta
B,
learn how to
we're
do
not-
survival looting tonight.
We're not going to learn it. We're going to teach it, B.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the thing is, and I'm not saying things would get bad enough to where it would come down to that, but it's good to actually have it in your mind or prepare for it somewhat. Oh, hello from Russia.
There you go. Das Badanya, brother. Arrow Pepe.
Hey, really?
Astronaut. Oh. Got some people I've never seen before.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Shepherd.
you sit there and you can watch movies and stuff, and where people are going through a house and whatnot. Most of the time, these houses are empty. These areas are empty. Sometimes they run across somebody, but in all reality, there's going to still be people living in the houses and stuff, because they're not going to want to go out in the middle of the woods and try to survive. They're going to want to stay warm in their environment. So I came across, and mind you, this was pretty dang accurate. And I'm just going to tell you some stuff, what you would be looking for, of course, the number one thing is going to be food and water and medicine stuff. But yeah, let me see if I can put these up here. And again, these probably won't be, you probably won't be able to see them too well. Remember how to do this. They keep changing stuff around.
Are you supposed to have the horizontal and vertical at the same time up on screen?
Yeah, it just shows you what it looks like for the both formats. Where is the show page? There we go. Share screen. That's where they put it in a new place. Find the right one here.
Yeah, I'm on the landscape one too, Lake, and some people that are in StreamYard I can't see on my phone. That's weird.
It's because they're on the vertical.
Oh, okay.
You can, if you look on the screen there, you can see by the time clock, it'll on StreamYard, it'll show the vertical, like your cell phone. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. Nothing's. Well, I guess we're going for tools first. I don't think I can make this any larger, I guess. Well, I'll go ahead and try to read it. Now, of course, you're going to be looking for, food and water and medicine. That's going to be the top of the line. But you're going to look for other things. If you come across sledgehammer, tape measures,
Pry bars.
yeah, staplers, plunger. I don't know about the plunger, but yeah.
Right.
No, does that say? It does say plunger. That's okay.
That's what the woods are for.
Yeah, a bucket. Yeah, buckets are good. Multiple buckets are good for a lot of stuff. Duct tape. Oh, duct tape is like a major. That's like a MacGyver thing. Wrenches, hammers, screwdrivers, bolt cutters are the main thing, and like Jeff said, the crowbar. Those two right there will be like your handy tools that you go with.
And
Now, if you can get those two items to where they're combined into one, that's even better. Like I've got the heavy duty fencing that's got a hammer, a crowbar, and cutters on it. That's even better. Then we got farm tools, saws. Again, I don't know why this is on here, but very odd. Leaf blower, angle grinder. See, these things are no. A drill and screwdrivers. Again, if you have a way to recharge this stuff, let alone plug it in, that'd be one thing. But another thing is, you're not going to want to be making a lot of noise.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're basically finding this stuff and then bringing it back to where you're staying. That's
Yeah. If you are staying in one location,
because there's no way you can haul all that stuff around.
Oh no. That's what I said. Because one of the best things you're going to be able to have to do more looting is bolt cutters and a crowbar. But if you can get it to where it's into one tool, that's even better. Let me go ahead and kill that one real quick. And what is funny though, what I am showing you comes from a game. It's actually a book that you can sit down and play with your family and stuff like that. But some of the stuff that's in it, is pretty dead on. Oh yeah, here's the food one. I gotta add it back up here again. And again, I'm not sure how well you guys can see these things and stuff, but the food one, boxed food, cereal, I guess instant mashed potatoes, rice would be in this. Of course, this one, they give you a bunch of cereals to look for, but today's cereal is not the healthiest. I'll put it that way. Infant formula would be a great find, even though, it's not got a great track record nowadays. Dried fish, flour, salt, sugar, spices, like pepper, chili powder, all that stuff would be, if you're sitting there looking in a house and you come across that's That's like gold mine. Rice, baking powder. Now, these sound good. The baking powder, cornstarch, but they have a shelf life. The active ingredients in those will dissipate after a while. So eventually, cornstarch will be just, and same thing with baking soda. Baking soda lasts quite a bit longer than cornstarch does, though. The active ingredients, which was what is in it, will start to dissipate. So it'll be just like a white powder eventually. So you won't be able to actually, bake with it, and it's just like baking powder and stuff. Raisins, grains, lentils. Lentils is really good for a survival food. Maple syrup, if you can find it. Emergency food rations. You never know. You may come across something like that. Honey, Jello. I'm not sure why Jello's on there, but box of pasta. Instant noodles. Again, it's not the healthiest, like ramen, but you can add stuff to it. But then we got canned and bottled. Cans of beans, cans of preserved fruit, jar of jam, jellies, peanut butter, can of fish, fermented vegetables. We got fermented fish, tuna, ham, or in other words, what Bigfoot likes is spam. Pineapple. Now, the pineapple's not going to last that long in a can. In a can, it'll eat through the protective seal that's inside of a can. So you'd have to be a little cautious getting a can of pineapple, depending how long things are bad out there. Pickles, vegetables. You got soups. And now soups you got to be kind of worried about nowadays too. Cans of peas. Canned food that lost the labels. So I used to call those surprise in a meal, because we would when things weren't so good, we would go to church, and sometimes you'd get some canned foods, and some of the labels would be torn off and stuff. So it'd be like trying to guess what it is. Oh, that has to be beans, and then the interesting part is when we were traveling, that's how we used to cook our food. If we heated it up, we would put the can on the manifold of the engine while we drive, and about 50 miles down the road, we'd pull over and we'd have hot food.
Yeah.
Little Lake. That's how we used to have hot meals back in the day. But sometimes it'd be good, and sometimes you'd heat up a can of fruit cocktail or something. We'd still eat it though,
Well, just remember one thing. If you got bagged food like instant potatoes or grits or something like that, if at all possible, find you a tote to put that stuff in. Because if you don't, then later on down the road, you're liable to end up with some rat burgers.
Oh yeah. Most of the time on this, you're not going to um, it's not going to be saved type stuff. You're not going to store it for long term. This is you're out there basically looting to survive for that day or that week. You may get into the situation that, you know, eventually you might start saving, and that's way down the line though. And there's a lot of thought process into actually doing it. You know, the first thing that you're going to find out that the grocery stores, all the businesses, they're going to be hit first.
Yeah.
If it comes down to, you know, there's no law, you know, you're going out trying to find food. One of the worst places to go is grocery stores or department stores because they're going to be hit first. And unlike you see in the movies, sometimes you do see it in the movies where somebody runs in to go get something. And everybody's just scurrying around, running around like crazy, grabbing this and running out the door. Well, people are lazy. And if they see you have a bunch of stuff, they're going to take your stuff and then go out the front door instead of going back there and looting their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, again, you don't see it that much in the movies and things like this. Every once in a while you do, but majority of the time, it's just everybody's running nilly-willy in and grabbing stuff and running out. But you know, deep down, that's how it's going to be going. And there's going to be people on the outside of the store waiting for people to come by and say, oh, that's easy pickings. Let's take their stuff and go. Now, down the road, when unfortunately the population dissipates because they're unprepared or they don't have any skills other than, you know, using that little plastic device that everybody has in their hand to order food, you know. And it's bad now nowadays because the percentage of the people who in the last 25 years that know how to cook is like very slim. Very few people know how to cook these days. It's
Right.
Wow. I couldn't believe, and I do know certain areas that are probably more so that don't eat or don't cook their own food as much nowadays. Not trying to diss on people in certain parts of the country and stuff, but it's true because, you know, it's easier to go to and food comes to your door. Now the whole thing is, and a lot of times you may be out there thinking, well, I would never go out and technically, I'm not going to say it. Technically, it's not stealing anymore, unless you're taking it from somebody that is actually there. Now, they'll call it looting. I think it's more of scavenging at that point. And that this is, you know, down the road, say you have all this food and all this preps, everything lined up and you're good to go. You're going to last 10 years with this stuff. What if your house burns down and all that stuff is gone? Then you're like,
That's
oh,
why.
what am I going to do? Type of situation. That's where that once you don't eat anything for a week, you'll be surprised what your brain actually tells you to do. You're sitting there trying to figure out if I should, I know there's nobody at the house next door. Maybe I should go over there and look. Which would be a mistake, by the way, because you wouldn't want to bring attention to where you're at. So you would want to go away from where you're at. Now, say you have picked a location to go and scavenge whatever you can find. What are some of the first things you guys would think you would do before approaching said location?
Probably stake it out prior.
Yeah.
See who comes and goes, if anyone.
Jeff, what'd you say?
Scout it out. Same thing as like to see it.
Yeah. Well, look at it as a military situation. Say, and I'm just bringing up special forces of some sort. They plan, when they go into a location, they plan it out ahead of time. Where they're going to go, and then they plan out possible exits, multiple exits. So if they go in this way, they have a plan on going to a secondary location to go in, and a third location. So that's why you need to scout that out, and then you decide to go figure out which way you go, and then you have to figure out a way to get out, because there may be something in there. Oh, nice little sweater you got on there.
Dana. Happy late birthday, Dana.
Did you hear that? Jeff said happy late birthday, Danielle. She's a good girl.
I'm going to get over here where it's nice and warm.
Well, it's 71 degrees in here, and I wanted to catch it before all the coals were out of the fire. So we're ramping one well. Bigfoot takes a nap. He worked all day and came home and shoveled because I'm not allowed to do that anymore. I would if I had to, but I really shouldn't.
How many dogs are stuck to the fire hydrant up our lake?
No, they don't get stuck to no fire hydrant up here, but it's been cold. Today and tonight was our warmest day in a few. Yeah, we've been below zero up here.
Same here.
I think it was -6 yesterday morning or the morning before. Yesterday morning, I think, was -6.
Well, I think come the weekend, y'all gonna be hit with another front.
We're getting it. We got it last night into today.
Okay.
The schools didn't close. This is our second storm, so I don't know. Huh?
Did you say the schools did not close?
We really don't, because we have so many plows up here that go up and down the mountain and to and fro every road.
Y'all need to send some down here.
Well, it's because up north or places who get a lot of snow
Oh, yeah.
or feet of snow, we have a lot of plow trucks. The places that don't normally get that, there's not a huge need to get those trucks in abundance of many, because it only happens sometimes or not as often as we get it.
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
got talk about it and they shut schools down.
That would be a good idea if
And
you like for your own place. That way, if you know if somebody's in there, you open the door and you see footprints in there and stuff like that.
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute so I can turn this down.
And yeah, a lot of houses have edible plants. Even, there's still to this day, people pull up weeds thinking that that's all they are is just weeds. And there's so much nutrition and medical value of weeds, plants. And again, like the tools and stuff. And this is probably after you're prepared and after you've probably survived at the first and second wave of, because you're going to have waves of people, so to speak. Depending where if you live out in the country, say you live out in the country, it's going to be nice and chill at first. And then you're going to have that wave come through. And then you're going to have another wave of people come through. Because eventually people are going to want to get out of them cities. And then you're going to have the small city waves come through. And then you're going to have the big wave of people coming from the cities. And that's going to be the scary one, because that'll be later down the road, because it's just going to get more. It's just going to get more scary because of they're going to be more desperate. It's not going to be, excuse me, do you have a can of this or something? It's going to be no. It's going to be, trying to think of a word to put it. Well, shoot on sight type of situation. They're not going to ask if you have anything, or they're not going to come up to you and say, "Do you got this or that?" It's going to be bang, and then they'll loot you to see what you got. And that's going to be the scary part right there, because if you stop and think about it, it's like, oh, you're not going to be able to go outside and do gardening and stuff like that. You're not going to go out in the daytime and take a bath in the local stream or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to be wanting to be on notice and hearing things of what's going around in your area. Dogs barking, birds, watch nature, because nature will tell you. If anybody out there does any hunting, you know what to look for, and the animals know what. If there's somebody walks in the woods, you'll hear the squirrels start barking and the birds will start moving in different directions. A lot of people don't know these things because they've never done it.
Things about people coming from the city too. Not all people from the city don't know stuff, like a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
However, whether they do or don't, I agree with you with standing on guard, but wait them out. Because they may come in numbers, but they're going to get, at the hungrier and more desperate they get, they're going to get stupid.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
And I know we preach this time and time again, but
which could be in your favor.
If you're lucky and you can do it, don't stop everything in one place.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Make several caches.
That's even in your house. That's why I get a kick out of people that they show their preps, and I'm not dissing on people. It's something I wouldn't want to do or anything, but they'll show you exactly where it's at in their house, and it's usually in one room. They say, well, I've got this wall stacked with this, and yeah, I've got this bug out bag here, and what happens? That room goes up. All your stuff is in that one room.
Yep.
I wouldn't keep it all in one place. That's just silly.
Yeah.
About the only thing I can think of to keep, a supply of would be water. Because let's face it, the doctors tell you, a gallon a day per person. I'm like this, 2 gallons per day per person. You're better off.
Right.
Well, see, it all depends what you're doing.
Right. Then you got to drink. Then you have to wash. You have to cook.
Well, no, that gallon is
Water.
technically you can go a half gallon just for drinking.
Well, now wait a minute. Normal people, I will agree with you, but there are people out here with a condition that I've got. I go through at least a gallon a day.
Oh yeah.
And let me rephrase it. Depending on your health, and prepare for yourself. Okay, 2 gallons a day for me. It may be for my wife a gallon a day. But still, I'm going to prepare as if she's got it also. In my household, it's going to be 2 gallons per person per day.
Yeah, that's one of the easiest ways. And I've seen people say that, well, they've got 55-gallon drums in their storage or whatever
for a week.
That's all good and dandy, but a lot of people can't afford to store that. And another thing is,
hopefully it's not on a basement floor and it's up on pallets, because your plastic jugs on basement floors, it's already tainted.
Well, everybody know how to treat your water for long-term storage. No.
Filter your water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even setting, you still have to put purifications in it if you're going to store
it. Too many people rely on that. Those water pills and stuff they're good for emergencies.
Yeah.
But don't rely on a pill to clean your water for you, because your pills are not going to last that long.
I have a question.
Is it Clorox or bleach?
What would people? Sorry.
The bleach. Next time you pick up your Clorox or whatever, notice something on it. It actually has an expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
Bleach does not last very long.
No.
So saving bleach as a prep, it sounds good, but if you're using it, if you're going to keep it to use it to purify your water, again, that's one of those things where you need to have multiple ways of purifying water, not just the run-of-the-mill pill that you drop in there and wait 24 hours, then drink it. And again, Vester brings up a good thing. Pull full bleach, the shock and stuff, depending on what it is. I'm not saying to use, you got to do your own research on this, but that stuff lasts a long time, a very long time. But you have to do research on this to make sure that you get the right amount and dosage to purify that. And again, have multiple ways of purifying water, just not one way.
I have a question, 2 questions. What would people do where they don't have a source of water after the water runs out? What would they do if they don't have a source of water to walk to go get to? And where there's water sources, there's people.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two like main things. After your water runs out, I mean, you may have 3 months of water, a year of water. I don't know what the situation is, but after that runs out, are you digging? I mean, do you live in a place where you can even get water after you run out?
Yeah.
And
There's I can't remember. I think it was The Walking Dead, the one where they were in California or something, and they ended up in Mexico. The gangs took over a reservoir.
yep.
They owned everything. You know, if you wanted water, you traded food for it, or ammo, or whatever. They ran the whole area, because water is the second most important thing in survival. The first being, you know, oxygen. So, because they say 3 days. 3 days is what you can survive on without water. Sometimes it's less than that, depending on what you're doing and, like Jeff said, your health and stuff. Now, I've talked about this before. Everybody has access to Google right now. In your area, and this all depends on your area, bring up a map, you know, look in your neighborhood, and you can see swimming pools all around. Now, I'm not saying this is a prime drinking water or anything, but like in my area, it would be more feasible for me to go down the road and fill up water jugs than it would be to go to the river, which I won't even eat the fish in the river. Because technically, and a lot of people, oh, you can't drink that water, it's got chemicals in it and stuff. And I'm like, your tap water is probably worse water than the swimming pool.
Well, you can also set up plastic and, you know, catch your water droplets off of that.
Yeah. Rain catchment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, depending on where you're at, and, you know, you have to be careful of these things. There are ways to make water seals to where you can take some really crappy water and create good drinking water. Come on, hurry up, get up here and shut up.
Sand, straw, some.
Well, that's filtering. This is, and I was thinking about doing a video because I actually accidentally come up with a thing here. You get a couple jars or even a bottle, a beer bottle, fill it up with some river water, and you start a fire underneath that. Have a jar with, and my thinking was it was a jar of olives. I was just thinking one day, and you poke 2 holes in that jar. You put one hole over um, the bottle of icky water, and then you have the other hole with a stick or something going into a clean one. As soon as that water starts to boil inside that icky water, it'll start creating condensation, which is the good water. It'll drain out the other side into your other cup, which wouldn't make it drinkable. And that's one way of, getting clean water out of icky water. And we, in the 80s, we used to play this. Well, I guess it would be the 90s, but I used to play the earlier version. But Oregon Trail, the main reason people died in Oregon Trail was from dysentery, from drinking the water. And all they had to do was boil it.
The lone prepper. Exactly.
I also agree.
Well, again, we have also talked about this time and time. The best thing to do right now is just get out and ride around and look for abandoned houses out, in the country or whatever. But you also got to look at it like this. If you're looking at this one place, it could be a barn or whatever.
Yeah.
Will assure you, you're not the only one looking at it.
If not now, then they will be.
Yeah.
Because, there'll be people, not very intelligent people, walking down roads and things looking for places in broad daylight, and they see this house setting up there. Oh, that looks interesting. It's out here all by itself. And again, those will be prime targets because farmhouses and stuff, homesteads, not saying that they'll be easy pickings or anything like that, but
homesteads be the number one target out of all of them.
Well, no, grocery stores and department stores first, and then.
Yeah, but
I'd say a couple to 3 months in and maybe sooner for those ones that aren't prepared.
Oh yeah.
You got to protect what you have, but most homesteaders do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it comes down to it, when that takes place, people are going to have no heart. They're not going to care 2 plug nickels about the person to the side of them.
Back to water real quick. And if you think you have a well and you're safe, you're not, depending on what the fallout is. Trust me, we have a well. And I mean, just on everyday normal life, things can happen, whether you have a pumped well or one that runs by energy or both. Something can happen that can taint the water where your water source is coming from through the well.
Oh,
not to mention that, but because I brought this up and somebody, I can siphon the water out of my well.
I can.
I don't care how, and this sounds weird, how good of a sucker you are, you're not going to suck out water that's 100 feet, 150 feet down.
No.
Because anybody that's ever done work on a well and had to just physically lift the hose or the pipe out of there full of water.
Or the tank or...
that is so much weight.
And
pressure you would need. I mean, the wells, the pumps for those wells are 300-pound pressure wells or higher.
And when a well goes
that far.
And when a well goes, don't forget it's full of water. So try getting that out of a hole several feet up full.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you could siphon probably 10 feet, and that would be a chore.
Well, just look at the priming of a well with a hand pump, even, because there's a hand pump that can go on top or next to the well. And I mean, it takes a long time to prime those suckers some days, And
Yeah.
if you live in a hot climate or maybe a drought, or somewhere where you don't have mountain runoffs, that's going to be, like you said, quite the chore.
Yeah.
There's no
they
human
sell
being that can suck water out of there.
they sell a thing, an attachment that goes on a drill, and it does 10 to 15 pounds, which is maybe 5-6 feet. And I've seen people say, "Oh, I've got this prep for my well." I'm like, "How deep is your well?" "Oh, it's 250 feet."
No. Well, Bulldog says in chat, I would have to fact check this, but I believe him or her, 32 feet is the most water can be sucked. I mean, from mouth or like through a siphon or like.
Yeah, pumped. Probably.
Or
and that's pushing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, 12 feet. Geez.
At sea level, fire trucks can only draft up to about 12 feet. Yeah. And they got some pretty good pumps on them.
Yeah, they do.
The fire trucks.
That's true too. The atmospheric pressure would take.
Yeah.
And the old-fashioned ones, I know Jeff knows these ones. They had the little leather disc inside of it that you had to wet first before you get any water out. And then those were 50 feet. They were pushing it at 50 feet. And it wasn't like 1, 2, and oh, here comes water.
Right.
If you were starting it, you would crank it on that thing for a long time before you got the water up there. Well, and a lot of times you have to fill the water up in those to get them to go, to get them going.
And never go straight to boiling water. Filter, boil, and then filter and filter again. And the reason being is this isn't just the only one, but nitrates goes up when you boil it. So you want to filter it first, maybe 1 or 2 times, then boil it for other things, and then filter it 1 or 2 times again.
Now, I'll say this, like, there's probably some people in the chat right now saying, I ain't going to do all that. I'm just going to boil it and that's it. Well, trust me, even if you just boil it, you're not going to kill all of the stuff in there.
Well, it depends what it is.
Well, I'm talking about coming out of a stream or something like that. Because
nowadays,
you can filter it, and you still gonna have germs and stuff in there like that. But like said, filter it, boil it, and filter it again.
Right, because boiling process can raise things like nitrates. It can actually make the nitrates level like double, if not triple, or more.
Right.
Well, the thing is, how many people here has had to clean their own water, so to speak, being boil their water to survive on for more than a couple days?
More than I care to admit to account. We've filtered our water for years.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going out into the woods and getting firewood, then go and starting a fire and going getting the water and boiling that water every day to drink.
I've been lucky. I've not had to.
The process, and people don't realize the process of to do that every day. That's 2 to 4 hours a day of just doing the water. It's not like, we'll just start a fire,
Right.
The process is you have to go out and get the wood. If you're in a certain location, that's fine. But eventually, fallen branches and all this stuff, you're going to clean that forest up to where you're actually having to chop down trees to get firewood. So eventually that area you're in, you're going to run out of wood. The fallen branches and the fallen trees, that forest is going to be very clean.
Hello, Walt.
Eventually, all this work. So you're starting in one location. You're going to get wood from around your area, start a fire, boil the water. After the water's boiled, you can't do nothing with it. You have to set it aside and let it cool down. That process of boiling water, like I said, can take up to 4 hours, for water, just to drink water.
Mm-hmm. I didn't do it for weeks every single day because we all were at camp, but we camped like that. I mean, we brought some water, but it was also like for different things. We still had a filter. And it's just like you mentioned, but use rocks and sand, and it's the burnt wood that you would use in a filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you layer things.
You can make your own activated charcoal.
Right, and you use sand and rock, and actually you can use moss. Also, it's not going to get rid of everything, but if you don't have any way to make a fire because it's not safe, if you don't have all the equipment to do all these things with, you can actually find something to drink out of and drink the water through the moss. You're gonna get some dirt, but if it's the best option, you can take your chance doing that.
Well, and if depending on the location you're at, because I've lived in rainy areas, you can actually pick up a big batch of moss and squeeze it and drink from that.
Yeah, you can drink from moss. Like I said, you might get a little dirt, moss, and whatever else, but it's your best option. And moss is
spoiled with water nowadays.
And then keep that moss, because if you get a cut or an infection, you can keep that moss and put it on your arm, your leg, or wherever you have an issue.
At some point, but don't want to. If it looks like a fungus,
right?
You don't want to use that moss because, well, if you watch the movie or played the video game,
I know how
travels in the moss.
I can fly a helicopter because I've done it on PlayStation. I'm just kidding.
Mine one ain't the problem. It's landing that's the problem.
By the way, hi, Eric.
Hello.
And hello to everyone I haven't said hello to in chat already before I came up.
Those are good for a couple drinks here and there, but again, and it depends what water is going into those. And I've talked about these things many times. I have some. I have one in my bug out bag, but I'm not going to rely on that thing because the fact is they don't work as good as they say they do. 500 gallons. It may filter 500 gallons coming from your spigot, but if you try to get some of that out of a river down the road, certain rivers are very murky. Like you can't even see 2 inches in the water in Ohio here with our rivers.
I know. What's wrong with that?
So trying to that life straw is going to be clogged up the very first time you use it in certain situations.
Yeah.
That's why I don't put all of your eggs in one basket, as they say. Like the situation with the pills. The same thing with life straws. Don't make that your only way of resourcing drinking water.
Right.
Have multiple things. Eric, I'm on my way.
Load up on carbon. You know, like the carbon for the water filters.
Activated charcoal. Yeah.
And you know what cracks me up too is these people with this RO systems. Dude, oh, that drives me nuts. All right. I had discus fish, okay, for a long time. And what a pain in the butt that is, because what happens with an RO is you're literally stripping what your very body needs. Your body needs so many more minerals. So the reverse osmosis actually strips your water clean. And with my discus fish, eventually with water changes and constantly putting RO water in there, I mean, you can kind of fix it with moss and logs and rocks and driftwood and stuff like that. But for a human being, you're literally stripping everything your body needs. It's not just the water your body needs, it's the minerals that it needs. And if you keep stripping that, and just like you can't live off from distilled water either, because again, it's stripped.
Well, that's the like carnivore, which I learned a lot just getting into the carnivore diet. Because one of the main things you're drinking is water. So,
guess what?
Nowadays, your water is stripped of every mineral there is, and your body is lacking that. That's why if you're getting headaches or certain ailments and stuff, they tell you to get good salt, not the chick with the umbrella, good salt, and put some grains of salt in your mouth and bite down on it, and then drink your water, because you're putting those minerals that your body needs. Yeah. So often, everybody drinks tons of water and they'll drink it, and I'm still thirsty, and they'll drink another one, and your body, it's going in and going out because your body is lacking the minerals that it needs. So it's telling you to drink, but you're just drinking water with nothing in it.
Right. Electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium for hydration, muscle function, and nerve health, plus trace minerals supporting digestion, skin, respiratory. Yep.
And that's the main reason why people fell carnivore, is because they cut, because you're not getting vegetables and all that stuff, which you technically don't need, but I won't go into that. But they don't get a good salt, and they don't get electrolytes, supplements, and you got to make sure you get the right ones too, because a lot of the stuff is just a bunch of sugar now.
And you agree that with me, where that Celtic salt benefits is pretty good among other salts.
Yeah, the Redmond's is good. I just wasn't. It's the more cheaper one because it's a bigger company, but they had some major recalls here this year, and I was staying away from it. So I went to the Celtic salt, gray salt. And again, you have to make sure where do they get their salt from?
Right. And the Himalayan salt can be good too. I mean, it helps with all those other things I just mentioned and detoxifying. But again, get these salts though. I mean, to store
Yeah,
them. And,
where do they get the salt? Find the company, and then where do they mine the salt from?
right. Do they actually get it from those places or?
Himalayan, and I don't know why they call it Himalayan because the majority of it comes from Turkey and the other place up there,
Yeah.
Pakistan, I think it is.
Exactly. And going back to biblical times, they mix it with sand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and I still have the same bag. And you get the bigger crystals, and it's even better when you like get a good salt. And if you're having trouble with dehydration, headaches, and muscle cramps and things like that, and you say, well, I drink all the time. You can drink a gallon of water and still be dehydrated. Because it's not the water that partly it's the water that you intake, that it's the minerals within it. The bottles of water and stuff that you get, the plastic bottles of water, I drink them all the time, but they don't have anything in them. Because to be able to sell the stuff, they have to cook the crap out of it nowadays, and it destroys all minerals and stuff in it.
If you get a chance, go buy you some light water. With no calories in it. Light water.
No.
I've got quite a few people on that who works at stores. They get kicked off with me after a while.
The thing is, Jeff, you're not far off calling diet water and stuff, because they do have water nowadays that actually have calories.
That ain't water.
Yeah. Now they flavor the water, the hint and everything, hint water, and
Oh, yeah. They could drink just water if you dare. Hi, Dixie.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm better than I was earlier. I forgot to eat today, and I got a little shaky. That was weird.
I don't know.
I'm not
You
good.
need to eat.
Yeah, I did. I feel much better.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I made dinner, and then I had the girls finish dinner, and then Josh went out in the van, and he went to his van and brought in dessert. We're all like, that was fast.
You just kept it in the bed for him.
Yeah, well, the guys go back and forth and buy the crew or whatever. Sometimes they just buy it, a couple of them, but one of them usually takes the rest home. But
Exactly, Tammy.
it was good old Dunkin' Donuts, and I had a vanilla cream filled kind. I like the white cream.
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
my blood sugars said 83 this morning.
Is that good?
That's excellent.
yeah, anything under 140, isn't it?
Sweet.
I thought it was 120.
It might have been. This is when I was in the hospital. They said they wanted to get my numbers under 140.
Okay. But it's been a while since my numbers has been that low.
It seems different for people because, like, I'll hear from you that number, and then I'll hear from another friend another number, and it's Now Dana's hi Dana. She's saying it's 120.
What gets me is this right here. When my numbers get like that, I feel like I'm dragging. Okay. Now
Yeah.
I'll go in there, I'll drink a cup of coffee, I'll eat a couple of donuts. My sugars, I mean, are way up there. But boy, do I feel good.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask. If it gets too low, then well, even me, I'm not diabetic, even though they said I was at one point, but I don't understand how you can be diabetic one doctor's visit and the next one you're not. But if my blood sugar gets too low, I'll get shakes and stuff, and I have to eat something.
Well, they told me if mine gets to 50 or below, to give them a call, let somebody know.
Yeah.
And I bottomed out one time.
2 times.
2 times?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Listen to Dixie.
Okay. Yeah, she's right. But the first time I bottomed out, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. I was down at the shop working. And I shut everything down, come back up here. And dude, it took me over a week to get to feeling back right again.
Good night, Robert. Good to see you again.
Can
And
I?
I'm going to say this right here. If you are on medicine, you better stock up. Start stocking. Now,
Well, see, that's the thing, though.
I know exactly where you're coming from because I've asked my doctor the same thing. And she said it don't come down that much.
Well, no, what I was going to get at is because, you have to take a shot.
Yeah.
And it comes from the refrigerator, right?
Right. That's the only thing going to hurt me right there.
Well, you do have a nice well.
Yeah.
If need be, But then again, that's only going to last so long.
I think your shot, now it's like this. My doctor has told me once I use that pen tip, it has to be refrigerated. But until then, it can be left out.
Okay.
Okay. And if I lose my power, you see, I got all my pen tips in the refrigerator, period. But if I lose power for 2 days, I have to throw everything away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the temperature of before it's no good? Like, does it have to stay at 40 degrees or at 45? It's no good.
As long as it's got a good chill to it, and to answer your question, I have no idea. I really don't.
Might be something to get into, because we do have a lot of diabetics in chat and that watch the channel and stuff like that. So and again, it's only a temporary solution, because eventually, even if you can refrigerate it, you're going to run out. You can't go to the drugstore anymore.
All right, now Dana B says have metformin as backup. Chug, I'm on metformin now, twice a day.
I don't like that drug.
Well, it's like this, okay? I done what my doctors told me to do. And this was quite a few years before 2020 ever happened. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on some drugs that are iffy, okay? Which metformin is one of them. It's not hurt me from 2012 up until now. And it's like I told my doctor, she's wanting to change this and change that. And like I said, I told her, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Plain simple. Don't be experimenting with my body. And my medicine has been the same from day one. You know.
Yeah, it works for some people, and for other people, it doesn't.
Right.
Not knocking it. My brother's on it actually, but I saw what it did to my mother, and it was,
well,
she finally went off of it, and her sugar went back to normal. So, but it's a case by case deal.
It is. It really is. And me and I don't know. Well, I do know me and Dixon. We've sat here and talked about this quite a few times. Doctors are not really out for the patients no more. They just out almighty greenbacks. Let's put it that way. Once in a blue moon, you're going to find a doctor who really cares for their patient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you do find that doctor, stick with them.
Yep.
You will know. Do whatever you can, but stick with that doctor.
Jeff, you know what the majority of doctors are? They're pharmaceutical reps.
Well, yeah.
And that's it.
I'm not going to disagree, because if you look at our school system now, half of the 3/4 of the people going to school who are in high school cannot read or write or do arithmetic, much less the youngins now is our future. Okay, that scares me. I'm glad I'm not going to be around.
Well, and I'm not 100% except for the first one. And this was, I think, in the 40s or something like this. This guy come up with a test to determine gifted people that were highly intelligent and whatnot. And they did a study. They did this test on, and this is the same test that they did for astronauts and stuff. And they did this test for 5 to 6 year olds. And I think it was like 2,000 people. And 98% of them were gifted. They redid this test when they were 12 to 14. The numbers from 98% dropped from, I think it was in the down into the 60s or 68% or something like that. And then they did it when they were 16. And then the numbers, well, actually it was when they turned adult. We'll skip to the adult part. And it dropped to 2% were gifted out of those 2,000. So what does that mean? Your first thought of what does that mean?
The way they're being taught.
They're being deprogrammed.
Exactly.
And this is all the same test. There's no cheat in the test. A teacher can't teach it a different way. So this was an actual test and study that was done in over many years, and they found out that it sounds bad, but the kids were getting dumber, so to speak. They're not so much dumber, but their creativity, their to create stuff went down. And it was, if you have a kid that has 5 years of age that hasn't been on earth that long, is 98% gifted, and then you send them to school over all those years, and by the time they're an adult, there's only 2% of them that are gifted out of those 2,000 kids. Hey, 101.
Hi 101.
And I found that really amazing that, and it's, they've programmed people, kids to, not be creative. Only you do pamphlet work, there's nothing creative about it. You don't learn how to do stuff. You don't create things, They've taken out shop, and they've taken out, all these other programs. Oh, they need to learn how to do algebra and all that crap. I'm not saying you can't. It's not smart to do those things, but I don't go to the grocery store and A divided by B or whatever it is.
I believe in children having social skills and socialization. However, I'm a strong believer of homeschool.
Oh, yeah.
I've had 2 start and graduate from public school, and we've had 1 who started in public school, and what was it, the last 5-6 years she did homeschool, and if I could go back, they would have all been homeschooled. Yep, because they can do other things. They can still do other things like other kids.
Yeah, it's just if you look at when we went to school, and I'm not bringing in religion in this either, so just the fact of what we used to do in school compared to now, or even 10 years ago, it's just not the same. And like my son wouldn't do anything. My oldest son, he wouldn't do anything in school until the grading period, and they would do a test at the end of the grading period, and that's what your grades relied on, was that test. If you didn't do good on that test, it didn't make any difference. So all he would do is wait till I can't remember if it was 6 or 9 weeks, and he would do good on those tests, and he had A's and B's and C's, and he didn't do anything in school. And he says, what's the point? All he had to do is pass that test.
Very
now,
true.
Does that make him gifted, or does it make him
Smart.
unintelligent, or whatever you call him? Oh. But I remember we used to have shop, art stuff. We would create art stuff. Nowadays they don't even have art anymore in school. And it could just be my area, but
No, it's not just your area. Oops.
What the hell was that?
That was my pet bullfrog.
Yeah.
Sounded like a big old fart to me.
It definitely wasn't that.
And 101, you still in chat?
Now, which one of one would be talking about?
Here, listen.
That's my purse. I know you.
Oh.
He's wanting me to get that one.
Not hardly.
Called Streaks. Yeah, 101's still in chat. He's
Old streaks.
poking at Jeff already.
But there has been times that got close.
Hi, Watt. Goodness, that's funny.
It's past his bedtime.
Ooh, what a pretty tree.
Which one?
It is past 9:30.
Which one?
One.
It'll be a 101.
There's trees all over this house this year. There's 2 out here. There's a couple out there.
Nice.
Yeah. Funny story about one of the trees. I don't know what happened in the basement when we were
I'd be on
gone,
that one.
but one of the trees got really, really bent, so I went with it. It's the coolest thing ever.
It's the Peroni tree.
I did not know that there was a real Grinch.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I think there's a lot of Grinches actually.
Yeah.
This one
All
was
the,
out.
all the elves on the shelf.
Humbug.
Thanks, Grace. Thanks, Dana.
It is pretty.
Yeah, I got I'm stuttering over here because I don't know how to say this. Everyone has told me this year, finally, that they do not like decorating trees. They all put a few ornaments on and left me. It took me days in between housework and to-dos and errands to get these 2 trees done.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between the ages. Youngers, oh man, that tree is like, oh, I want to decorate a tree, and then as they get older, it's like,
Yeah, they could care less. They could actually. My middle daughter just told me that she actually hates decorating the tree. She said
Got kids.
she likes looking at all the ornaments and having the memories from them or each ornament.
yeah,
Who got it for? What it means to her. What the person who got it for her. But they have no interest in decorating trees, and I have a bald spot way up there. Can you see it? Because I can't reach. I cannot reach there. So there is a box on Bigfoot's desk. And if all of y'all just travel to one of his channels and tell him to get that, I would be really grateful.
Don't you have one of those grabbers?
fix the bald spot.
I do actually have one of those grabbers for the washing machine, actually, because I can't take the stuff out of the washer because it's too deep.
Wait a minute.
Maybe you could put them up there and think,
Dangling feet up in the air, trying to get the stuff out.
I got something to say. Now, my wife, she is a little bit taller than you are, Lake, okay? And there was a time or two I've had to go down there and get stuff out. And in my mind, I got to thinking, what would happen if she was to jump up and get in there and get stuff? How would I get her out?
Out of the tree?
No, out of the
washer.
Oh, the washer? Yeah, that's no joke. That's no joke, actually, because I have to teeter. I have to teeter on my ribs if I forget to grab the stool. And I kid you not, one day I toppled over there and I got laughing so hard that I couldn't get myself out and I stopped laughing.
Well, now, let me ask you this, okay? Which you are the only female up on panel tonight. And
Am
this
I?
also goes to chat.
am I?
That isn't about when husbands go to bed, wives want to change the furniture around and not tell their husband. Or they want to hurry up and fix it so they can break the necks and get the insurance from it, or
That's to
just
keep your
wouldn't know.
mind sharp. And for any of those women who have husbands who like to tip the bottle, moving around the furniture is probably great because they go to sit and it's like, nope. My
And
mom.
then one night after drinking, you hear, "Ta-dum, clunk, clunk, clunk."
Well, now
Somebody stubbed their toe.
she laughing about it. Now, used to did be, I'd work second shift, okay? I'd come home, the lights would be off. I'd walk in, she done switch furniture around. I'd have to turn the light on. I could hear her in bed laughing. Tonight, I wake up, she moves the chair. Well, I don't use lights no more. You know, I know where everything, or let me rephrase that. I'm supposed to know where everything's at. And I also found out what your small toe was for, is to make sure that that piece of furniture is still in the right spot.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy. Yeah, I never thought of using a grabber to actually decorate the
There
tree.
you go. See?
Thanks, Eric.
You sit back and throw it up there with a hook on it.
You
But
got the one with the dinosaur head on top?
do what?
The grabber with the dinosaur head on top?
He's a such
No, I don't have me one of them. That sounds cool. And actually, the grabber that we do have is my middle daughter's and soon to be son-in-law's because they need it too.
Well, what you do, you steer Bigfoot over to the tree, and you hand him what you want him to put up there. And then
Yeah,
you
well, the last
him-
time he got handed
teach him real
something,
good,
the
and then he'll
last
go up there and put it up there.
no, that didn't work. And the last time he got handed an ornament, it went on the hook up there. And I said, that ain't staying up there. And now it's sitting at the bottom of Bigfoot. You all know what I mean. My middle daughter thought it was funny. I'm like, that's not going up there on the ceiling. So I replaced it with a big old huge bell. It's huge.
Well, he should be happy. You got him back.
Oh,
The statue.
I love that statue.
Those grabbers are good back scratchers too. Put a piece
Yeah.
of sandpaper on it, man. Oh, you know those wooden back scratchers? You know, you got that look like the paw and everything. Yeah, like that. Dixon found some a while, 3 or 4 years ago. They got bottle caps on it. I'm gonna tell you what, them suckers will take the hide off of you if you don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got wooden back scratchers, and then Josh has got those back scratchers that is like an antenna. It keeps going, like you can make it short or long, and it's got that like little rake on it. Yeah. But he has so many people in this house with long nails, you just get in there and do it.
Have
That's
furry
what you
ones.
train your cat.
These
Train your cat to scratch your back.
Yeah. You lay on your belly, and a couple minutes later, they'll be going up on your back, going like this.
oh yeah. It just
Those
feel like
are
a bear
big.
and get up in there on top, like up against a tree or the wall and just sit your back like that. Works just fine.
I'm lucky I can actually scratch everything back there so far.
My ceilings are so tall, Bigfoot couldn't touch them.
Your what so tall Bigfoot couldn't do?
My ceilings.
Oh, there's a part here that Josh.
15 or 16 feet.
Yeah, we don't have this one's 9 feet. He can't touch that.
He can't touch 9 feet?
Well, no, he can up on the stair. I don't know, maybe it's bigger than 9 feet. On his tippy toes on the stairs, he can touch.
All right.
that
Well, you
ceiling.
figure he's 6 feet, you should be able to reach 9.
Maybe.
No.
Because
I don't think so. He can't. He has to get on the stair on his tippy toe. He can reach here. He just can't reach out there.
No, they all seem
Yeah, because if you put your arm above your head, it's not quite 2 feet.
yeah, it's 2 feet longer than your. And it depends on the person. Some people have longer than 3 feet arms.
Hmm.
But from your shoulder up to top of your head, it's usually a foot, and then you got 2 feet over.
Right. I don't know. He might be able to, but I think he can reach it on the stairs because this room has got stairs that go up and down into it.
I just measured mine. They're 10 foot.
They're 10 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just guessing that that's like 9 feet.
28 inches.
Mine are big enough to where I can't touch the ceiling fan, and the ceiling fan comes down probably 2 foot.
Oh,
I can't touch mine.
Because I have
got
to get on a coffee table or a chair or something to put the lights in.
I know,
Light
Dana.
bulbs.
They went from talking about water and stores and fallout to
Well, we talked about food first, so we got that out the way.
oh,
Yeah, but
Grace, you got 28-inch arms. Hell, I'm saying 6 foot, and I just measured mine, and it come out 28.
Josh is 6'5.5", and there's places he can't reach.
I've got 34-inch arms. I've measured. And where are you measuring your arm from?
Kept my finger, armpit.
Oh, you did it wrong. You're supposed to the knuckle in your arm. Yeah, the knuckle in your arm right there, the joint.
Yeah, like if you go like this with your hand, and then you find that little indent right there, you measure from there, because the rest of that arm's connected to your torso.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that would be called? Your upper torso? Hi, Bonnie.
No, I can't see that. Right here.
You want to hear something neat about water in the Adirondacks? So there's many places. It's glacial. So like there's several springs that are underground that come to the surface that they're always 40 some degrees. And it's constantly moving, even in the winter, even in the spring, the summer, it's always a constant 40 degrees. And it's naturally, a lot of the springs here are naturally filtered. However, because of wildlife and whatnot, it's still, but the constant 40 to 40, a little 42, 43 degrees, it's less, and it's constantly moving. It doesn't have as much bacteria. It's less susceptible to getting bacteria because of that constant temperature and water movement. But it's constantly going through rock and sand and cracks in like the rock beds.
That's like you don't drink still water; you drink running water. If you came down to it's only water you had to drink.
Right. Well, there's water here that you can just get under it and just lap all day if you wanted to.
Well, after that story a couple of weeks ago about
that's a different water source. That's a different water source.
Right, it is.
That's not the glacial water. And a lot of ours. So
Keep your water out of your mouth.
In the Adirondacks, we have like 3,000 lakes and several clean rivers. And a lot of our
always pay attention to what's upstream, though, because there could be some lady up there taking a leak in the water.
Right. So everything runs from the mountain through the mountain or up from the ground through the mountain. Our mountains have lakes. Our foothills have lakes. And it's just a whole lot of lakes up in here. But yeah, you definitely have to be careful of those women who like to go to top mountains and just water. That's all I'll say.
Hello, Miss Bonnie.
Yes, Miss Bonnie, Florida is closed, will remain closed. Don't worry about the crazies here. We're taking care of them one by one.
The Adirondacks is close too. actually.
So in other words, you got to know somebody.
Yeah. Y'all
Well,
know
I've
those elf.
got B and Dana up north at the border. Well, they're close to it, I guess, so they can take care of business.
There you go. You got the women fighting the battles. No,
She's
no.
down
women's
toward the
coming.
bottom of
Well, no,
it.
they
though.
run recon, and then when it gets heavy, then we
Now,
come
wait,
in.
hang on. I've got to agree with Lake on that.
What?
There is more women fighting now than there ever has. Even the guys are sitting back letting the women fight. Never mind.
What's wrong with that?
I've
They want
seen
to.
that.
No, you ain't. No, yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Shut up, Jeff.
Y'all know those elf on the shelves, right? And all the things that people pass around, the parents do,
All over
craziness.
TikTok.
Our grandson went to go pick one out. And when he got there, he decided he didn't want an elf on the shelf anymore. And he didn't want the log. He got Snoop on a stoop.
Oh, Lord.
So my son-in-law and my daughter and my grandson have been having a heyday with Snoop on the stoop. And my daughter decided to do this. Of course, I've got, that's a toilet paper roll.
Uh-huh.
How do I get, there we go.
Why doesn't the toilet paper roll cross the road? Because it got stuck in the crack.
And then it says, your butt crack.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
Yeah, for shizzle dizzle. Yeah, they've been having a heyday with a Snoop on a stoop. It's absolutely hilarious. Oh, the other day, Snoop took my grandson's book bag and put it over by the door to be helpful. It was up on the top of the cupboards by the door.
Oh, boy.
Now I wonder who put that there.
Bark Eaters chocolate. So funny story, Bonnie. Being that we're from the Adirondacks, we are bark eaters. Yeah, Bark Eaters chocolate. Yeah, and Adirondack. It's got an I. Oh, speaking of, guess what happened? Up in the lake yesterday, the Adirondack got caught on fire on the top of it at like 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, the boat?
Yep.
Huh.
At 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna fix the top of it. Thank goodness that there was quite a few local firefighters that went up, or fire departments that went up. I think there was like 4 departments because it's a pretty big boat. But yeah, that sucks, doesn't it?
More his last night.
Sounds like.
Was it a wriggler?
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I thought the same thing, Eric.
Was it a wriggler?
It don't go like that. It goes boing.
It's like one and a spiced rum and a cigarette had something to do with that boat fire.
I'm up for that.
I don't think I'm ready for this yet.
Oh, I found a recipe for eggnog. I need 2 ingredients. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, my
And
brother-in-law made cookies the other day.
Eggless eggnog.
Eggnog cookies. But he used the eggnog that already had the liquor in it.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
And my sister's like, you dumb. But
Where's
they
he at?
actually came, and this kills me to say this, but they actually came out really good.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They followed instructions, huh?
I don't know. That's all I can say about him.
Tell him to send me about 4 or 5 dozen of them. I'll try them out.
Look, yeah, like you guys had fun on the boat, though.
Yeah, till the wind got too crazy.
It gets windy in Florida.
Yeah, it's going to be up in the 70s next week. I got to go out a few more times before the real winter hits.
Yes, Bonnie.
It'll be in the 70s next year.
Bonnie, I'll have to go visit your friend. It's not too far from us. That's neat.
Bonnie, that's the reason I want to try it. The ingredient is good, or I'll let y'all know.
It's a
I
pretty
mean,
area.
moonshine.
It's one of my favorite places up there to go thrifting to.
Bonnie, send me your email and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
You know how hard it. Well, it wouldn't be if you had your own cow and stuff, but how hard it would be to make authentic eggnog, because nowadays it's so pasteurized and boiled and stuff.
Yeah, I can't see it.
You know,
Well,
there's a thing. There's a reason why there's an issue with the milk right now. Trying to figure a way to. There's a certain group that live in the sandy areas in another country that have already tried multiple times, and I don't know why this is a thing, but their way of attacking us is through our milk. They
My
have
goodness.
multiple times have I'll say tainted our milk, and this is the reason why there's such a strict process for pasteurizing milk in the United States. It's because of certain people that are from the land of the sand over there. And if you read the reports on this, it's amazing what they do to ensure that we don't end up being deleted because of milk, of all things. You know,
Hormones and everything in it.
well, it's not that. It's you know, stuff that make you not alive anymore, and that's their attack. You know, the bad people's attack on the United States.
Right.
Not a boom boom or you know, blind.
Where they're going.
You're saying tainted milk.
Yeah. And
Is it the L word?
Huh?
Is it the L word, the list?
I don't know.
You didn't hear about that, where the guy actually like sprayed?
No, this is not a guy. This is a group of people that don't like, you know, the West. These are people over in that Israel's fighting, those kind of people. They have been attacking us for many years through our milk.
Yeah, I'm going to type it in chat. So.
Trying to unalive us through our milk. And there's an actual government program that makes sure that our milk is safe. It sounds weird,
So
but
why
I
are you getting milk?
came across the process and stuff that they go through.
So you're saying we're getting milk from the Middle East?
No,
No,
our
I'm
milk
going to
comes
type
from
it
here.
in private chat.
They do stuff. They come here and try to do stuff through our milk, just
Right.
like
Just like Tylenol.
Evidently, it's easier for them to put this to do stuff to milk than it is to our water, because our water is very protective.
Right, right.
You know, when you turn the tap on, there's a lot of security. Go make sure you get that water and it's safe. It was easier for them to go through the milk than it was to go through the water. And there's been multiple attacks on our milk of all things.
Well,
A lot of the things that you've been seeing with recalls.
No, it's not that.
No. I believe, though, the things that have been going on, though, is because of some of the things that are going on with those people here that can't stand us.
right. Yeah. That's what happens when you have an open border.
Yeah, and that's where those, you know, the sleepy buy groups, those groups.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They tend to do those things, and the ingredient is, it starts with an A, by the way, and it used to be a powder that everybody freaked out about getting in a package.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not a bad word for YouTube, is it?
I have no idea. I don't want to take a chance.
I'm not taking any chances here, for sure. That's why I was like,
well, it is the name of a rock band.
Yeah, that's true.
Def Leppard.
No.
It rhymes with that.
They did redo a Michael Jackson song. That's pretty good.
Why don't you go ahead?
Criminal. Huh?
Well, go ahead and tell them who owns the biggest part of the barbecue companies.
Barbecue companies?
Yeah. They bought every one here in North Carolina, that group of people.
What are barbecue companies?
Like Huey's, ham.
Oh, Smithfield?
Yes.
Oh, those people, that's horrible stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, they bought Smithfield out.
That's been a while.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, that company buys up the smaller companies too.
Right. But
and that's the same thing with the eggs. It's just not, one company. It's not one company. That one company owns 300 different companies.
But it's going to start from the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I came across there's a news thing. I don't want to call it a news company because it's a group of people that investigate things, and they do have social media of some sort. And I got contacted to join this group.
Who?
And I'm not going to, but they did give me a lot of information of certain databases, and I'm like blown away of some stuff that the government just don't tell people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like the 2020 thing, they already knew this. It was a thing beforehand. They had programs for that certain strand, so to speak, that certain thing that came here from China. They already knew about it years before. It's like 10 years, and they already had ways to deal with it beforehand, before it was even made evidently. It's just they have plans of certain things that they anticipate happening on
What? No fish.
acceptable losses and so much more other things.
Sorry, Wildlife. If it's bugging you, I can meet. That's here. We have, we have
No.
lizards.
That's telling me it's time to go fishing.
There's crickets everywhere. Is it bugging everybody? I don't hear it anymore.
It's fine.
It don't bother me.
I had to listen for a second, and I'm like, yeah, those suckers are actually really loud. I don't know how they all live. Oh, okay. I know. Hearing crickets and with snow on the ground's kind of weird.
And tree frog. Oh,
Yeah, they got crickets, and then I went and hand fed them worms today because they don't have like a lot of crickets, so they have to actually hunt for them. It wasn't like cricket day or anything.
Cricket day.
Yeah, cricket day they get loaded. Like I just let them go and just there's crickets everywhere in all the tanks, even the turtles. The turtles love crickets.
you fed crickets fishing worms?
I feed them worms. Yeah, there's
Nowadays, when cricket makes it in his house, he's not in the house very long.
we
I
actually
don't have lizards, but I have cats.
Chocolate covered crickets.
It's only loud when you go inside the cricket farm and you're surrounded by, crickets are nasty. They stink. They actually stink. I've raised crickets and they stink. I can't do it. I mean, maybe in the spring and summer months or something, do it outside, but I cannot raise crickets in the house anymore. They're dirty and they eat like crazy. Ugh, it's nasty.
That explains why we don't have crickets around here. Chickens eat them.
Well, chickens are one of the best things. Well, guineas are good for it too, but if you have a lot of ticks,
Yeah.
they'll clear a field of ticks real quick.
Now, when we first moved down here, you could not walk outside and come back in without pulling 5 or 6 of them off of you. But
And tree frogs, and lizards.
Hey, you two police, good to see you.
yeah, we got lizards in the house at least once, twice a week in here. I done named one of them right.
Yes, Grace knows that. Yeah, she's got Lizzie's too. They
Yeah,
are.
I seen. Well, it was during the summer. Neighbors up the way had a yard sale. And I heard them over. They were talking to the neighbors next to them, and saying it had a lot of issues with mice in their house. And I'm like, I don't have any problem at all. And they're both saying that both houses that they had traps out and everything else, and they still have mice all over the place. And I'm like, I ain't a problem with mice. I had a mouse in my house. There were when we first got here because there were mice all over the place and other things. As soon as we had the cats, though, cleaned them up real good.
Yeah.
Now, I'll put it to you like this. Once in a while, we'll get a mouse in the house, but that means our snake under the house is doing his job too.
Yeah.
We get mice in the house sometimes, and those little shrews, the little shrew, they
Yeah.
have little pointed. They're so darn cute, but
Yeah.
we can't have them in the house. But we do. Every now and then we get a mouse. So
The way Jeff started that off, I was going to sound like he was Dr. Zeus.
Don't start that.
Even though he got canceled anyway. I still don't know why he got canceled, but
Who got canceled?
Dr. Zeus, Cat in the Hat guy.
Nah.
Wasn't that stupid?
I don't know why. I never did find out. All I knew was like, oh, we got to take him off the shelf and this and that.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. They're just, that helped my little brother read. I read to him, and those books got my brother reading. My brother's obviously younger than me, but there's a lot of things that got canceled. Look at Christmas songs. They even went after them.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to.
Well, you know more than a lot of people because.
Baby is cold outside.
I mean, we both know that Christmas is a man-made thing and everything.
Of course.
And there are people that go way overboard with it and freak out. Oh, you have a Christmas tree. That's pagan, this and the.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Now, if you worship the tree and pray to it and stuff, then yeah. But
That's like saying if you
celebrate
Halloween, you're a devil worshiper. That's more
yeah.
bullshit.
No.
Yeah. So I thought I read this, so I just wanted to look it up really quick. So when people say Dr. Seuss actually got canceled, the short answer is actually he wasn't canceled in the sense that most people imagine. No ban, no government order, no libraries,
not like that.
ham. What actually happened was 6 older Dr. Seuss books were discontinued. So if you have those books or want them, go to eBay or whatever, and you can buy them, which makes them worth more money. There's like 6 books. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, if I ran the zoo, Elegant's Pool, I guess, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, and the Cat's Quizzer. Those were all discontinued.
I ain't heard none of them.
Yeah.
The zoo one's the most popular one.
Right.
Out of that.
Not even heard that.
It's been a few years since that because it was on the news for a week until something.
I saw it all over
else.
that fake book. It was everywhere, all over there.
Yeah.
It didn't get canceled, and besides, I've got boxes of them.
Well, that's the saying, canceled when it comes. Oh, you don't support this person or do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened in 2021. People blew that out of proportion. But it was 6 books that actually aren't in publishment anymore. And you can still get them, but you're going to have to find them on eBay or thrift them or someplace else.
Then again, I think they do stuff like it just to boost their ratings.
Yeah. So the Dr. Seuss is canceled, and they're banning children's book, and the culture war is coming for everything, and the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. They made this big, huge thing about it, and you know how the media loves that kind of stuff. So they just went with it. And
like I said, I don't know what is in the books and I kind of have an idea of what's in the zoo book that they think might be bad, but it's not bad because it's a monkey.
Right.
You know how that interpretation goes, but
I know, and how they thought it was something for something else, and they
but
thought
the point being, it was not meant for that purpose. It was meant for a story.
Yeah.
Now, the other way to look at it, there are other books out there now that they want in schools, not so much now as it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
That was telling kids, teaching kids it's okay to not be who you are. It's okay to be somebody else. That deserves to be canceled because that we try not to go into that too much.
You know what? Amen. I'm with you. It's actually something that I'm going to do. I'll talk to you more about it, as Jeff
Hey,
would
Desert
say.
Living.
I'll
Good to
talk to
see
you
you.
more about it backstage, but January 12th, I'm actually going to a board meeting to fight on just that because we're tired of it and
Yeah.
it needs to end. It's
I,
yep.
if I had kids now, there'd be no way my kids would be going to school. That's all there is to it.
No. I mean,
No
mine aren't
way.
in school anymore, but I still have grandchildren, so like it's important to me, and it needs. There's many
Yeah.
of us, so I'll let you guys know what happens with that when.
Yeah, I've seen some really nasty stuff. And I say nasty in a certain way because no way kids under 18 should be learning this kind of stuff in school. Yeah.
Hey, York.
I
Give a
can't.
hoot, don't loot.
Give a hoot, don't loot.
So some people are in the one chat, right? Like it was with TJ's the other day. Some people are in the horizontal, the other ones are in the vertical.
Yeah, you can see it
I see it now.
on chat there.
Yeah, it just popped up. Eric got to see it faster than I could.
What is that? Just the purpose of people with phones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the majority of people watch my stuff on phones, which blows my mind. Well, actually, it's TV, phone, and tablet in that order. And then it's computer is the very last.
That's weird, huh?
The chat the chat in the vertical is very limited. You can only see so many.
Exactly.
You can't go back like you can on.
Well, now in vertical, you cannot see Lake's tree.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you couldn't because she had her icon up.
Sorry.
Well, now if I change it and do it like this, the verticals. Oh, actually, that's not bad at all. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, but I'm seeing two of you.
I have to make sure my face is in the middle.
The vertical version shows Bushcraft's beard up close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit to your left.
Yeah.
Do what?
There you go.
I'm with you on that one. I don't do the phone thing. If somebody's on live or something, I'll come to my computer or I'll put it on the TV. Only thing I wish the TV would have it to where you could have like a pre-programmed reply, because you can do thumbs up on the TV, but you can't comment or anything. I just wish they had said something like hello from the TV or hello or something. That way you could leave a comment.
Yeah, I think there's something you can buy for your remote or your TV so you can do that. But I can only see chat on TV if you click that option, and I can like and subscribe to channels.
And then I can put chat on there too, but nobody can read it.
In the settings.
It's too small and it's over here. Here's tall. And there's big. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, there you go. I think it's neat.
If I want to read something, I have to go TV.
You can also zoom in on it, Jeff.
How? Oh, yeah, I can. But that can't chat.
Oh, you can't chat. No, that's true. Yeah, the video you can zoom in.
Yeah, same here.
And my cell phone, I can
Yeah.
block.
I should have went with EV Mux, but StreamYard is a lot easier for people to join and stuff. And here in the near future, I'm gonna start doing interviews again.
Nice.
Because I stopped doing them because
Yeah.
certain people were contacting them, and I felt bad. Not because they thought I was a bad person or anything, but the fact that they were getting hounded by somebody. Oh yeah, normal people, yeah. But if you get somebody that's not familiar with joining and stuff, they do have issues. And also, EV Mux has a limit on browsers, so to speak. Certain browsers don't work on it. They may have fixed that since, because when I was using EV Mux, I was a beta tester, which I should have stayed with it because I would have got it for free. But
You know, that was something I've been meaning to ask you, so I'm just going to ask you here, and you don't have to answer here if you don't like. All of my videos, when they're in the thing, they say A/B testing.
they say what?
A/B testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, you have to check it that way.
You know, they check everything.
Well, you see, you do everything with the phone, so I don't know on
No.
your side.
No,
but-
I go from phone then to laptop, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, I use both. I'm just better from my phone.
Because I did do one that, and what that entails is, say you're going to do it, which doesn't make sense in the days of YouTube now, because what they suggest is one day you pick the first title, the second day you pick the second title, and the third day you pick the third title, and then you let it run, and then the fourth or fifth day it does the test, and they determine which title was the best. That's what that is. But normally in this genre, unless it goes viral, after the first 24 hours, hardly anybody goes back and watches it. So you can't very well do a test if it declines, because the test wouldn't be accurate. And I don't know the purpose behind what they're doing with that. Yeah. Yes, I'd like that a lot. Especially, and another thing, I don't know if it has changed. And StreamYard's like this too. And I understand why they don't do it, but I'm a firm believer that when somebody connects to your whatever voice chat or StreamYard or whatever, to ban them is fine, but I want the option to ban their IP. It's not so much I want their IP so I can track who they are and whatnot. I want the IP so I can ban that IP so that they don't make another account and just come back in and hassle me over and over again. I want to ban the IP. And so many times these, like Discord's the same way, Ventrilo, there's so many voice TeamSpeaks. Well, TeamSpeak, there's an option for that, but yeah, I like to be able to ban their IP. Like on YouTube can do it, but they only hide the channel. they're not technically banned because they can come back and make another account and they're back doing the same thing because we've all seen it. You remember the days of the trolls that would post inappropriate content? Soon as you ban them, here come another one. And as soon as you ban that one, another one come. It would be so much nicer if you could just ban the IP.
Where did you get it? Oh, there it is.
That would definitely make more sense. Sorry, I was muted. I was making coffee, and with my icon off, I didn't want anyone to think it was something other than making coffee. It does that at the end.
On the toilet again.
Yeah.
I heard Blake's thanks before, so I had to leave from.
What, Eric?
I said I heard your fish tanks running before, so I had to get up and
Oh, sorry. That'd be the turtle tank because the turtle tank has internal underwater filters.
Nice.
Yeah, but there is a way that you could. There's the last two numbers in IP. If you replace that with a certain thing, you can ban the whole IP, that whole area, so to speak. And then, yeah, there's the VPNs. You would just be banning that certain VPN, depending out where they get their VPNs from. There's the paid thing that is kind of useless because you can get free VPNs. Like right at this moment, I'm not behind a VPN because I'm live. But when I'm browsing the internet and stuff, I'm usually behind at least 10 VPNs, different VPNs, just because I don't want, to leave a trail for websites, YouTube, Google. Anytime you go to these websites, you leave a trace of you there. And
they track it and
all your information from there is being sold.
Yes.
And being given to other people. And I don't want that.
We're not for sale, people.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
see, cookies are not bad unless there's something in the cookies.
Like chocolate chips.
Mm-hmm.
Oatmeal.
Or eggnog.
I like
check
it.
it.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. But yeah, it's just a regular cookie to remember your preferences on the page is fine. It's when they create cookies to send information back and forth.
Cookie Monster.
Jeff, I'm confused. There's nothing there.
Is Signal under your name?
Huh?
Here, I'll just say.
And what about them Bulldogs?
Burger recipe.
They got to go up against the Buckeyes now.
Let me see if I can. Okay, I got it.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't see anything there.
Well, aha.
That aha.
It's a program. Basically, you piggyback off each one. It's just a normal VPN it's no biggie. You're still leaving trails and you're still tracked. Well, even with 10 VPNs, people can still be tracked and stuff, but it's less it's less active than actually happening. Yeah, don't you guys go against
Georgia Bulldogs.
Buckeyes Saturday? I think it is. Last I heard, or something like that. Uh-oh. Go ahead, Joe.
Who? What? I got something else going on in the background. I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Somebody did. Oh, Tammy. Well, okay. I'm done. That was eggnog, like.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was just reading it. You know who I'm going to give that to?
TJ.
No, I'm going to give that to my oldest daughter.
Oh, okay.
She does all that bougie stuff.
Bougie stuff.
It's bougie.
Where the hell did that name come from? Bougie.
I don't know. I heard it from my daughters, and then I'm hearing it from others, and I hear it in England a lot. So I'm not sure where it actually.
They got another word in England that they use quite often.
We got a plow.
I know the word you're talking about, and I can't think of it.
Oh, did you?
So, who did you say the Dogs were playing? Ohio State?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to ask. What is that? Who they're playing this Saturday, or is that?
Indiana beat Ohio State last weekend.
Huh?
I thought Ohio State lost last weekend at Indiana.
Well, I can tell you, Michigan didn't beat Ohio State. And there was,
and we all heard that.
Yeah, it was probably because we were in Ohio then. with all the it was a house divided. We have almost equal amounts of Michigan fans to Ohio State fans, and it's hilarious.
Well, I'm in Ohio, and I'm not
A Buckeye fan.
Yeah.
Well, there's half the family that is, and half of them are Michigan Wolverines.
Indiana beat Ohio State last weekend. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Indiana beat them. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I seen or heard something about they're supposed to go up against Georgia. And this is Facebook, so.
And I just want to say
really
this is the first time that Ohio State beat Michigan Wolverines in the years of the 2000s.
Hey, what? Don't go too far. There's a
Michigan just fired their head coach.
Okay.
They did. Yeah, they did. Josh come home and told me that tonight.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. There are a lot of people in Ohio that do like Michigan now.
What? How far are you from Varnville, South Carolina?
About as far as he can drive.
No, there is Black Panthers being spotted in that area. Pretty good. Right, many of them.
They still have Black Panthers? Or can you even say those on YouTube? It's too late now.
Yeah, well, I'd have to send you pictures of it.
Oh, of it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
The four-legged type. the kitty cat, well, depending.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was the playoffs. I don't
Okay.
know. It's
I'll probably send you that picture tomorrow, Bushcraft.
okay.
It's getting pretty close to bedtime for me.
Yeah. Did you watch that video I sent you?
Who?
Jesus drinking moonshine.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I emailed you back what you emailed me and told you to check it out.
Now, wait a minute. Who you talking to?
You, Jeff.
No, not at all. I ain't seen no email.
Huh. Well, there's a thing going on. It's rampant right now. I heard this really good song, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's a good song. Who sings it?" And you click on the thing to find out, and there's no name. I'm like, okay. So I go Google and doing some looking and stuff, and come to find out that nobody wrote it, nobody sung it.
Hey,
It was AI.
There's a lot of AI crap.
And
tell me about
there
it.
is, and then I go to the person who is putting it out, and he has 250 songs, and all of them are in the millions of views. And people were saying, "This guy is wonderful," and this guy and this, and I'm like, "It's AI." I mean, it's a good song and everything, but they all sound the same. They all have that AI voice that we all hear. But it's again, it's AI. And I'm wondering, at some point we're going to be trying to figure out which is which,
I think we already there.
is this a person or is it AI?
Hey, P1. I'm gonna go hang out with my Bigfoot and get the house shut down because it's almost pumpkin time. And by pumpkin time, I'll lay there with my phone until it hits me in the face. Right?
Oh, I thought you meant Bigfoot was going to take a nap before bed.
No, he's been doing it. He's actually been awake. It's coffee and cereal time up in here. I'm telling you, during snowstorms, it all gets weird up in here.
I always take a nap before I go to bed.
Yeah. I think it's a man thing, actually. Nap and bed. It is. Except for Bushcraft, he doesn't sleep.
I accidentally posted a video last night, like, oh crap!
My mother-in-law
I
said,
thought it was like 12 o'clock or something, so I thought that was time to post a video, but it was like after 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, hopefully I didn't wake anybody up.
Unless your mother-in-law's got really big feet, really, really tall, and a beard, I don't think it's your mother-in-law.
No, it's probably Old Spice and burnt taco meat.
I know, yuck. I don't like any of that. That's
so
horrible. That's probably the Bigfoot smell, actually. All right. Well, y'all have a great time, and thanks for having me up. And I will.
Night.
Blake, you be safe.
We'll catch you later.
All righty. I'm always safe, Jeff.
All right, have a good.
Yeah, there's. Oh, that's freaky looking. We'll go back this way.
If you can find it, send it back to me because I just went through my email. The only thing with your name up there is from tonight.
Yeah, it's been. Well, for me to look back for 2 days, I'd have to go through about 300 or 400 emails.
Never mind. Next time you run across it, should I say?
I could search probably and get there faster, but
That's all right. I don't want to tear your fingers out.
Oh, wait, what is this?
The hell?
I just found something from What Life sent me.
What, about 3 years ago?
No, last month.
Oh,
I scrolled too far.
no.
Hey, you sent me something from Facebook or something. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, see, it went through. Let me copy the link, and I'll put it in private.
All right. As soon as my icon says something, I'll click on it. Oh, okay. That's right.
But yeah, I'm getting ready to jump off here too.
Mm.
We didn't talk too much about food though,
No.
except for Jeff's eggless eggnog.
That's right.
What do you call it? Nog?
No.
I have no idea.
You can't call it eggnog.
It ain't got no eggs in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just saved it. I'll check that out tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I think they call outlaw music or something because it's AI. Now, that's the other issue. If I was to play it here on YouTube, can they copyright that?
You know what? That's a darn good question. Here, I'll go live one day this year or next year and try it.
Eggless eggnog. What? Isn't that the scrum?
It's some of Corella's private stock.
Well, have you had the eggnog, the moonshine eggnog?
Yeah.
Bushcraft, who you talking to?
No, the store bought one, not the homemade one. The store bought one.
Oh.
There's a mason jar, the store bought moonshine, and it's eggnog flavor.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry, but that store sells it. No, it ain't as good.
They gave samples out at Bueller's of all places. It was pretty good. It
Really?
was pretty good. Yeah. They said we only give you it wasn't even they give you these little plastic cups and they say we can only put half of it in there.
Yeah, probably a third of a shot.
Yeah.
Now I tell you, yeah, it may sound a little bit weird or whatever. I love me some good peach schnapps.
I have a thing against schnapps anymore.
Well, I've not got the dry heaves off of it. I reckon that's why I like it. It's done got to the point I don't drink to get drunk. Okay, plain simple. I just drink because a little bit of the taste to it. That's it.
No. Yeah, when you take the egg out of it, it's AI nog.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
But when I was probably different now, but when I was younger, we had somebody go and buy a few bottles, and he bought Old Granddad and peppermint stomp and peach stomps.
Ugh.
And that's one combination of three things that you don't want to come back up.
No.
No. Let me tell you something. I got you beat on that one. Beer and Mad Dog 2020. You don't want that coming back up at all.
Well, I haven't had. Mad Dog was the stuff back in the day.
Yeah, until
And that Boone's wine.
now I like
The
Boone's Bar.
apple blossom or whatever it was.
Well, now yeah, never mind. This will have to go backstage. I liked it, but
Blackberry wine. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff there.
muscadine wine pretty good too.
Yeah. What's Kinfolk's still, of course, his house burnt down, so it'll probably be a while before he sends me wine. He's going to send me some of that muscadine wine.
I wish I could find some muscadines. Period.
He's
talking
in
about-
Georgia.
No,
Go down and visit Watt down there, and you can drive by and pick you some. Not now, of course, because it's out of season.
there is a place right before you get into Shaloth. The whole side of the road ain't nothing but muscadines, you know, and that ain't even halfway between where What lives and I live, you know. But come think about it, that's the last time I ate muscadines, and that's been about 15 years ago.
Oh, one thing that I forgot to bring up is, say you're in a building, you're looking for stuff, and you come across somebody else. Now, this is there's no law or anything like this. What do you do?
Be very cautious to begin with.
Well, you're supposed to be cautious beforehand.
Yeah, but something like this should be a little bit extra on this. You know, depends on the situation also.
Well, see, that's the thing is, you're both looking at each other at the moment, and you don't know what he has. He doesn't know what you have. What do you do in that situation? You're at, say, opposite ends of the building or house or whatever it is, and your eyes are locked on each other. What do you do?
That's hard for me to say. It really is.
Well, do you sit there and wait for him to react, or do you react first?
I would probably say something first. You know, but you know, I'm going to say something first. But
Well, what I would do is, I was going to touch on this, but we got one off on another subject. If it gets that bad, if this happens, allegedly happens, whatever,
Yeah.
And you've got waves of people that come, the last people out of the big cities are going to be the people that were the most stocked up. Their stores will last them the longest. And when they run out, then they're coming and looking around. When it gets to that point, you're not going to be out walking and driving looking for places.
Oh no,
to be
No.
attacked.
you're not going to be out in the daytime. Period.
Well, I wouldn't be out in the nighttime either. The best thing you can do is find all the soft points in your house, harden them up, and just stay vigilant.
Mhm.
Because you can't go out like John Wayne every day looking for food, like The Walking Dead and all that other.
Yeah, they just walk down the middle of the street and
Right. And I mean, the people will be taking pot shots at you all day long.
oh yeah,
You stay
Yeah.
home.
that person's got a backpack on, so they want what's in that backpack, even
Yep.
though it might just be clothes.
Yep.
And they're not going to come up and ask you, "Give me your backpack."
And
They're-
all of the law enforcement are going to be home protecting their own family. They're not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever. I think the only other thing would be the military.
Well, that's the thing. If there is, martial law Dylan guy comes to be, that'll be the first stage. We all know that.
Right.
Local police have nothing. They have no power at that point.
No, not when the state of emergency's going on.
They think they do.
Well,
No, they have, once that, there is no local police, there's no state police, there is only military.
yep, you're on your own.
It is written once it is declared in that area
Right.
that they have no power. That means they got to go home and be with their people. Now they can actually
Assist.
hire them to do stuff, so to speak,
Okay.
but they have no power.
Right. But another thing too, you do not want to let anyone get real close to your house,
Oh no.
like on your front yard or all that, because especially multiple people, because you're already going to be outnumbered. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying harden up your soft points and be ready to do what you need to do, because
Yeah, and that's I had some comments when we talked about something like this before. Somebody trying to break in to my location, and I just said I would leave their carcass on the front lawn.
mhm.
And I got people say, "Oh, that's disgusting. You're unhuman, this and that." And
Right.
I'm
Well,
like, at
let
this
them-
point in time, there is no, that would be the biggest deterrent. If I seen 2 or 3 bodies laying in front of a house, I would never even think about going to that house.
Nope. And the people
Would
that
that be,
have never experienced it or think that they'll be, you can't reason with somebody that's, just gone ape shit with the rest of the crowds.
Yeah. Hunger can change a person big time.
They've got the blood fever when they start doing that, going house to house.
Yeah.
And there's no stop. Well, there is stopping them, but But that is Irwin, what you do is after people move on, then you can take said whatever carcass and move it away.
Yeah.
I know this is a disgusting subject, but it is.
Yeah. It does. It sounds bad, but that's the point.
But yeah, and if you love your family and you want to stay safe, you got to be ready to do things that you would think you'd never do. But trust me,
Mhm.
you'll do it.
And that's the other thing is, I've posted videos where people say, "Oh, I have no problem, defending and stuff like that." People can say a lot of stuff
Sure.
until they're right there and they have to do something.
Mhm.
That
Fight.
says that's a whole other ball game, so to speak.
Yeah.
How many people other than military employees
Way to go.
have witnessed somebody taking a bullet, so to speak, or in that situation?
Yeah.
maybe 1 out of 100,000?
It's,
No, it's a little less.
I mean, nobody should ever have to, but it's something to think about. You have your family, and it's like you're that last thing. You
Right.
either do it to them, or they're going to do it to your family.
They're not going to show you any quarter.
No.
If it's that crazy out there, forget it.
Well, it's like I said earlier, you know, by this time, there ain't gonna be no heart. You know, they're gonna do it just to do it, plain simple. But now, would this be called law of the land when this happens?
Self-preservation.
There is no law.
Nope.
Well,
There's always
there is a law, but not a human law. I'll put it that way.
And the military is not going to be stopping at every house that might have something out front. They got too many other things to do.
Yeah.
Because you're talking tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people running around doing this stuff. So
that's what they said. And I still try to wrap my brain around this, and it makes sense in some points that, you know, if a shift thing happened, and I'm talking a worldwide one, not just a neighborhood or something, but in the first 30 days, 80 or 90%, 80 or 90% of the population will cease to exist.
I think you said 90.
Well, that's what I thought it was. And I've studied that test or that thing, and it makes sense because they lay out, you know, the first week, there'll be people going outside and doing the crazy stuff and whatnot, and then that second week when they can't communicate and stuff because that cell phone, and they can't order their meals and stuff, there'll be a mass amount of people deleting themselves.
Sure.
And then you'll have the people in the hospitals and the elderly and, you know, those who had somebody taking care of them, they'll go. And then you'll have sickness. And then from the sickness, you'll have more sickness, because and you stop and think about this is in 30 days. There's nobody to dig holes. There's nobody to have funerals. There's no undertakers or anything like that. This is massive amounts of very bad smelling stuff. I mean, and this is all hypothetical, all that crap and stuff, but it makes sense. It really does make sense.
The best thing to do is when this starts, stay in your house.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's why everybody says prep this, prep that. It's well, you stop and think about. Look what happens in certain countries at a small little piece of land. How bad it gets, and that's with aid coming in, you know. But imagine the whole world this happening, and it could be something as simple as the sun letting out a fart, and boom, there goes all technology.
Yep, and the grid and everything else.
And that's it's just that little bit. That's all it could take. I'm not saying that would happen or anything. And the government does have things that protect the government stuff. Yeah. But not us. You know.
And don't forget, it doesn't have to be a food shortage for things to go kinetic here.
No.
When certain people are activated that are here, that don't belong here, that's going to be a mess.
Yeah. and just think of your water.
Yep.
If there's no power, if you're living in a city, they got 2 weeks of fuel. If you're lucky, and that's probably the bigger cities. The small ones, less than that. And that's water shuts off. Oh yeah, that's where they have the, what
Neighborhood
is that word?
militia.
Well, no,
That's what we call it here.
no, it was a thing that was real popular a few years ago. Just it's abbreviation for a group.
I was in that, Eric, at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody come on. Somebody gotta get it.
Abbreviation for a group.
Huh?
An abbreviation for a group.
Yeah. It's where these people come together and form a community.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah,
There's a lot
MAG,
of
that's it.
mag.
Yeah. Mutually something another. Like I said, it was real popular. Everybody was like, you need to find a mag, this and that. And that's when me and Jeff were coming up with the scenarios and stuff. If you're in these groups, like if something happens, like there's a thief in this group, how do you deal with this person? There's many ways of looking at this, if that person's married, and if you delete that person for doing it, then you have the rest of the family is going to be upset and irate, and you can have issues with that. If you boot the person out, then they know all your stuff that you have there. And, there's many ways to look at it. If you arrest this person and keep him locked up because he's a thief, then you have to feed that person and you have to have somebody watch that person all the time. So that, there's so many scenarios within that.
Best place for a mag is either in your toy or on your waist. A full one.
I know how I would deal with it, but there's no way I could say up on here. But then again, I am not or have not been in that predicament. So therefore, I don't know what I would do. It could be your brother, your sister, your wife, or somebody like that. What would you do in that situation compared to us?
Yeah. A desert living, you're right. I've seen it many times over and over again too. It's the time that it really happens though is the time that's going to wake you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, a lot of people, you're a fearmonger. No, I just like
Practical.
to have knowledge and information about stuff. Like if something does happen, I'm not going, somebody save me. Where's the government to give me some water?
Yeah.
Well,
I want to be able to be the one that's in charge of my life and my family. Not.
I look at it like this. It's not fear mongering. It is alerting people. Try to teach them.
Just having a conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is, if I'm not scared and you're scared, then it's a you problem, not me problem.
Right.
Because that means that there's something lacking in your life that you're scared this is going to happen. Then you need to hear this more than I do.
You need to face that fear quick.
And
Yeah.
not only that, but if you have a trained group of people coming at your house,
You
I mean,
go.
trained, you got problems. If you've got just your average Joe on the warpath, and, you know, we all know what a .55 you know what sounds like. It's a hard crack. And
or just
people are just they're gonna scatter.
yeah,
Not gonna keep. So
man, especially if they're not used to hearing,
yeah,
because everybody thinks it's like on TV.
Right.
It's the same volume as everybody's voice,
no, it's 20 times the volume.
and you feel it, not the actual. Well, you would feel that too, but I'm just saying, if you're close enough, you can feel when
Muzzle blast
yeah, it's being shot.
Yeah.
happens at the range all the time.
Mm,
And I
Well,
mean, you're not gonna
well,
be
at the range, depending on how the temperature, you can feel it.
yeah, and you're not gonna be running around with earplugs in either, and neither is the crazy crowd. So it's gonna sound like 4th of July.
Y'all
That's one
put-
of the best things to do in the desert.
Target practicing is one thing, and Bruce Lee said it best. Targets are not shooting back. You know,
And if you're target shoot, you also have ear protection on, eye protection on, all that other stuff. You know, you got to get busy real quick. You're not going to be looking for your headset. You're just going to get to work.
Yeah.
So
Right there. Let me get my ear cover.
yeah, right.
yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta get my glasses on. Okay.
Yeah, bring that axe till I put my headgear on.
I mean, now don't get me wrong, please. It's good to practice. That way, you just about know what's fixing to happen before it happens, and you stand a better chance of dealing with it than you would if you don't practice.
Well, I seen it on a movie sometime. They were practicing at the range and stuff, and they ended up. I think it was what's his name? Heartbreak Ridge guy. Yeah. Made him practice on moving targets, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they couldn't hit a broadside of the barn because they were so used to aiming at that stationary target.
Exactly.
That was Sergeant Gunny Highway.
Yeah.
Now, normally what I do when I go target practicing is, well, a few days before, like a bottle of pop or something like that, I get the empty bottles. I'll fill them up with water, and I'll take them, I'll hang them up and get them to swinging and see how many times I can hit like that.
And there's the thing is, like Jeff was talking about, the targets don't shoot back. It's a big difference because you're used to the bullets going in one direction. When they're going back and forth, that's a whole other story.
Or side to side.
Yeah.
Right, Vester? Vester's talking about there's nothing like a piston driven toy.
Footings, I'm trying to put them on.
Mr. Kalashnikov did a good job.
Damn. That's what he said.
Yeah. Also, I didn't get to that part either. Was weaponry to look for, and pretty much Desert Living put it in the rounds that you would want to look for. There's also the 12 gauge, but you wouldn't want to have a specialty type of ammo.
No. Every day.
Because less likelihood you would come across those.
You know how damn hard it did to put the thing on my
To put what on?
Oh, never mind. I thought I was muted.
Oh yeah, it's
I gotta let the dog
Roll
out.
King. They keep sending me these things. I wish they would stop sending me. I even turned it off so they didn't send it anymore. What they do? They send it anyway. Anyways, I get a box of 50 a 9mm for $10, which is pretty good.
Hell, I'll take it all day long.
Yeah. When they had their Black Friday and Cyber Monday or whatever it was. I like how Black Friday is not, and I'm surprised that's not canceled too, by the way.
It was due for a couple of years.
I'm because it used to just be one day. Now it's like a week before and a week after.
The month. Guess what? I found
And they had the
Damn.
38 for a little snub nose.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what Eric probably knows. When it doesn't have the little cock thing back in the back, it's just a trigger pull.
A single action.
It doesn't have the thing in the back. I forget what it's called.
Are they on the 9mm?
No, it's a revolver. And it doesn't have that way you can
Hammer?
tuck it. Yeah, the hammer. Yeah. That way you don't accidentally, if you're cramming it in your pocket, you don't set it off.
What's that? What are we talking about?
There's a 38 revolver, a little snub nose without the hammer in the back.
Oh, Bob Hammer.
Yeah.
Or
I
hammer.
would love to see 101 shoot a 12-gauge shotgun with a slug in it.
I mean, I still have them, but I've switched to 20.
Well, I've got to understand where 101's coming from. I've never shot a 20 gauge. The only two I've ever shot is either a 12 or 410. That's it.
10.
20 will put a hurting on you too.
I love to lay my hands on a 10 gauge just to see what they feel like.
Yeah, but that just beats up your show. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I want lever action 410. Well, I've showed Eric this
Yeah, the lever
a few
matic.
times. Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are nice because you can put other things in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm seeing ads where a 410 is about like oh God, I can't even think of it now. For home defense.
Yeah.
Well, there's some revolvers out that will do the 410, the 45 long Colt, and the 45 CPs as long as you got moon clips. So the bore is the same. That's pretty cool.
It's just the size, isn't it? Hey,
Yeah.
Ziggy.
A 410,
Hey,
410.
Well, I meant where you can change the ammo. They have to be a certain length
Yeah.
so you can switch them in between.
Well, you can get like Taurus sells the Judge.
Yeah.
You can get that in a 3-inch cylinder, which is the Magnum, or you can get it in the 2 3/4.
Now, a 410 will shoot a 45 caliber.
Yeah, that's what I said, or a 45 long colt with moon clips.
I don't know about the moon clips. I don't think you have to have them.
Oh yeah, you do.
Do you? Okay.
You do on the Ruger. Yeah, Vester. That's that old round that reaches out and boom.
Boom.
I want a 45-70.
I've got one.
Have you?
Yep. That just beats you up, Jeff.
Well, see, that I mean, come on. That's what I'm.
You know what would be perfect for you would be a 357 and a lever action. And
That would be good if you were going against somebody with body armor.
You could,
because even if you have the armor on,
you could shoot 38s in it too.
Oh yeah. What is that? A 460? I shot one of them. I loved it.
You want a fast speedboat?
I can't help you there, Grace.
Okay, we ended up going all the way to past 11, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here.
Out.
One question though, before we go, what is the number one survival tool?
Your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your courage, your mind.
Yeah, because all that other stuff is meaningless if you don't know how to use it.
Your cognitive function.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remember you saying that one time before.
Yeah.
Speedboats are cheap in Venezuela. You got to bring them up from the bottom.
Just got to make sure you get one that doesn't have holes in the bottom.
That's a good one.
All right. You guys have a good night, and we'll see about Friday. Oh, Desert Living, are you going live tomorrow? I think she does go live tomorrow. I'm not sure. I keep missing it though. I think she does go live. But anyways, we will catch you guys later. Everybody have a good night, and bye.
Adios. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.